Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. Now, not everybody was too enthusiastic about the Realm event replacing Alliance Battlegrounds event and Solo Battlegrounds event and effectively redistributing the rewards there. And the target milestones seem a bit far-fetched, and it definitely caused a very mixed reaction, and rightfully so, because even from my own standpoint, because as many of you know, I do play Battlegrounds quite actively, that event effectively gave me no real extra incentive to try and grind Battlegrounds more than I otherwise would, because there's very little solo rewards element to it. In fact, if you go and take a look at the solo rewards, they're not awful, but it's definitely not something that would kind of would be do or die time. There's like a Titan Crystal for the first place, which is probably going to be unrealistic. Realistically, even if I tried hard, I'd probably end up somewhere within, 1000 spot or 500 spot, which would be, 6000 Titan shards, some 7-star shards, and a bit of 7-star signature stone crystals. That's not that much incentive, especially when we're considering that it's also a replacement for the rank rewards for the Solo and Alliance event. And the more discussion took place surrounding the event, the more it seemed like this event was kind of ill thought out. Because whilst the original idea of the Realm events, I think, is very cool, the reason community got behind it was because we had all the extra incentive to go in that necropolis, try and explore it anyways, because that's what we already wanted to do. And the crypto event was effectively just like a big bonus, like an, again, extra incentive. And then this beta Realm event obviously had super lackluster rewards, which are completely irrelevant because they're likely, beta version. That's one thing. Second thing, they're not progression based. And that's what I kind of expected with these Realm events as well, where instead of having like a cut-out set rewards, they would have those selectors, where the higher your progression title in each selector, the better reward you can select. Like they do with a ton of different things, like they did with these weekly crystals and so forth, or 7-hour crystals. But that's not the case. So in this beta event, yeah, I put up like 6000 score now, just mainly to try and be nice. But realistically, it's just very little to no incentive to actually open up crystals, get stuff in my overflow, have something expire for, very mediocre rewards at best for an account of my size. And now in Battlegrounds, it's kind of facing a different problem, but of a similar nature. These rewards will be amazing for the people who will hit, the bare minimums required to qualify for them, and otherwise cannot necessarily rank very high. But for the hardest grinders, for the people who are expected to put up the most points, there's zero incentive to go extra hard. In fact, I already heard a ton of players from the bigger BG grind alliances effectively deciding to take the next month easy, because there's no real benefit to them individually besides these rank rewards, which again are not that stellar for something that would require a ton of time and grinding. Well, luckily, Kabam has heard us out, and they are upgrading the Realm event. So rewards and event points update. Yesterday we announced our second Realm event for the upcoming second anniversary season of Battlegrounds. After reading and reviewing feedback from the community, we have decided to make 2 changes to address some potential pain points. First up, alongside the Realm event's rewards, we will be enabling the Battlegrounds Alliance event. This will include the usual rank rewards and trophy tokens in the milestone. The Elder's Marks will be removed, but keep in mind there are double the amount of Elder's Marks than usual in the Realm event. So that effectively is a significant rewards bump and also gives alliances extra incentive to actually place high, because now you will be able to get the rewards from Battlegrounds Alliance event and also the Realm event. So not every alliance is, not every player, not every alliance is going to end up getting the same thing. Additionally, we will be adding 50 Realm Event points to the win one match Battlegrounds objective that refreshes every 48 hours. This will allow for an extra 700 points towards the Realm Event throughout the season if you complete this objective each time it refreshes. And this is quite huge because you are kind of expected to put up like 5k points, and this, you know, takes a fair decent chunk and burden off it. So these are both very positive improvements, and I do think that the Realm Event now overall does look significantly more enticing. I would have obviously wanted them to bring the solo event back as well, because then it would feel like the original idea or original image of the Realm Events that I at the very least had. That these Realm Events are an extra incentive for us to do stuff that we already do in the game, just do more of it, go harder. And I hope Kabam sticks to it. Like, I hope Kabam, for instance, does not take away many rewards or events when they announce their next Realm Event. Again, that does mean that they might not necessarily make these Realm Events into themselves with as huge of a rewards as they otherwise could, and we need to account for that. But I think that would also make it, well, more fair. Because again, with the original system these Realm Events were introduced, there was just no real good incentive for you to actually go above and beyond. You had all the incentive to do your part, to hit your minimums. Like in this Crystal Cleanup event, I believe you need 1000 points in order to qualify for the final milestone. So the only incentive on a personal level any player really has is open 1000 crystals. And then whatever the community is going to earn, you will also get. Nobody is going to get more. Nobody's really going to get less than that. And the same thing here in Battlegrounds. Hit your minimums under the original system. And that's it. We get as far as we get. And that's what everybody gets. Because that's another kind of like a, not secret, but I think a baseline understanding, or Kabam should have baseline understanding about anything they do. When something is given to everybody, it automatically feels a lot less special. Like, for instance, if Kabam would send out a new champion to every single player, that champion would not be considered to be too rare or too special or too awesome or too whatever. But if they make a new champion that only 100 people can get, and it's the rarest champion in game, that champion automatically will mean something more. It would be some sort of symbol of an achievement. And the same goes for virtually every reward. If you give something to everybody who does like the bare minimum, you just don't have much of a desire in your heart to go up and above and beyond what's asked of you. So now that Kabam has brought back the Alliance ranked event and made gathering the points easier, this should help the Realm event significantly, and I think a lot of people will look much more favorably at it. The biggest hope is that, again, Kabam keeps this lesson in mind, keeps this feedback in mind, which in my opinion was expressed extremely well on the Kabam forums, and remembers that for the future Realm events, regardless of what they could be. Whether it's, Arena Realm event or something else. These Realm events will only work well when there is already an incentive to do what they want us to do, just go harder at it, and when there is some individual, added rewards for the people who participate the hardest at it. And again, you will make an argument that, they already had the ranked rewards, but again, they have to be good then. If these ranked rewards had like 5 Titan crystals, 2 to 3 gems, something like that, people would go hard at them. But a single Titan crystal and, 2 7-star crystals, in today's economy, it's just not enough of an extra incentive for you to kind of like grind a whole month away in Battlegrounds. Combined with the Alliance event, that this is probably going to be different because there is a substantial chunk of rewards there to be earned. And that kind of like puts things back into the bit more normal. And now we're only missing the solo event. Let me know what you guys think about this whole realm event situation. But ultimately, you know, this is something that Kabam is new at. These are the very first events, so I can kind of understand that, you know, not everything is planned out perfectly or going smooth. On the other hand, this seemed like a fairly obvious thing that they missed, but ultimately, definitely, huge shout out goes to Kabam Crashed and everybody else who were communicating with the player base, listening to the feedback and actually taking it in consideration. So, Kabam gets a good job sticker after a mediocre job sticker. But no, seriously, I think it's good. I think it's very, very good that they change it up, that they listened. That's important in itself. And obviously, we get more rewards. So that's something that everybody should be happy about. Okay. So the major thing that's changing is that they're essentially adding the Alliance event back to the season, which means extra rewards from the Alliance event. Right. Let me know what you guys think. Again, about realm events in general, about this specific realm event, and about, well, Kabam actually listening to the players and adjusting it. I think it's good. So, well done. And I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye. Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about